The Israel and Palestine have been in constant conflict over the same piece of land for over a century, with more than 100,000 lives lost. Today, I explain in chronological order the inhabitants of the Holy Land and why the bloodshed continues. Every time violence erupts between the Israelis and the Palestinians, one question returns: who really has the stronger historical ties to this land? Some say the Jewish were here first. Others also say the Palestinians have constantly lived on this land for centuries. So, who is right? To answer this question, we need to go back 4,000 years ago. We need to put politics and religion aside. This is the story of one land claimed by two people. I am your uncle, Saint. Don't forget to link up with AfriGoldings for all your event planning and African biddings. Long before Israel or Palestine existed, this land was known as Canaan. It was home to the Canaanites, who built cities such as Jericho, Hazor, Megiddo, and then Gaza, and traded with powerful civilians such as the Egyptians and then Mesopotamia. Around 1200 BC, a new crop of people known as the Israelites emerged. Many historians believe that they gradually developed from the Canaanite society, while others also argue that they included migrants from other regions outside the country. Around 100 BC, King David united many of these segmented tribes and formed the tribes of Israel and made Jerusalem its capital. His son Solomon also built a temple in Jerusalem and made the place the political and then the religious center of the Holy Land. After King Solomon's death, the kingdom splitted into two: the kingdom of Israel in the north and then the kingdom of Judah in the south. The divided kingdoms became vulnerable. In 722 BC, the Assyrian Empire captured the northern part of Israel. Then in 586 BC, the Babylonian Empire under the rule of King Nebuchadnezzar captured Jerusalem, destroyed the first temple, and then sent many of the Judah people into exile. Everything changed again when Cyrus the Great of Persia conquered Babylon in 539 BC. He allowed the Jewish people who have been exiled by the Babylonians to return and rebuild Jerusalem. It was at this point that the second temple was built. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great conquered Persia and brought the region under Greek rule, spreading Hellenistic culture across the Middle East. Then came the Romans, who also conquered the region. In 70 AD, after a major Jewish revolt, the Roman forces destroyed the second temple. Another revolt ended in 135 AD, after which many Jewish people were scattered and dispersed across the Roman Empire. They were forced to flee and expanded the Jewish diaspora. However, some Jewish communities continued to remain in the land, alongside many other communities who have previously inhabited the land. The land was never completely emptied of its population. The Eastern Roman, also known as the Byzantine Empire, ruled the region and made Christianity the dominant religion. In 638 AD, Muslim armies under the Rashidun Caliphate entered and conquered Jerusalem. Over centuries, Arabic became the dominant language and Islam became the majority religion, although Jewish and Christian communities continued to live in the region. The land was later conquered and ruled by the Umayyads, Abbasids, Fatimids, the Christian Crusaders, the Mamluks, and finally the Ottoman Empire, who ruled the region for about 400 years. By the 1800s, most of the population was Arabic-speaking, although Jewish people continued to live there, and more Jewish people started migrating back to the region after continuously living in exile in Europe. After World War I, which I've already made a video on it, you have to check it out, the Ottoman Empire collapsed and British took control under the British mandates. Jewish migration continued to increase, which was driven by constant persecution in Europe. It was at this time that the Jewish people and then the Arabs believed that the land should be their national home. Britain struggled to satisfy both. After the Holocaust, which resulted in the death of many Jews, the United Nations came up with a plan. They proposed dividing the land into Jewish and Arab states. The Jewish leaders accepted the proposal, but many Arabic leaders rejected it. Then, on May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. War broke out immediately. After the war, Israel controlled majority territories, more than even what the UN proposed. More than 700,000 Palestinians were expelled or left their homes, an event the Palestinians remember as the Nakba, or the catastrophe. At the same time, a lot of Jews were also expelled from the Arab states, and many of them came back settling in Israel. In 1967, another war broke up. It was named as the Six-Day War. It was Israel against a coalition of Arabic states, notably Jordan, Egypt, Syria, and other supporters of the Arabic community. After the war, Israel captured the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza, the Sinai Peninsula, and then the Golan Heights. Although Israel withdrew from Sinai and then in 2005, Gaza. The status of Palestine territories remain one of the contested world issues. So, the question of who owns the land depends on what you mean by the claim. The Jewish people trace their historical and religious connection to the land for more than 3,000 years ago. The Palestinians also trace their generations to continuous life under successive empires in the land, seeing themselves as the region's long-settled population. Today, Israel is a sovereign state recognized by many nations, while other nations also support the Palestinians' aspiration to becoming a sovereign nation. From the analysis, who do you think owns allegiance to the land, and what do you think should be the way forward in settling these disputes? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video and share for others to also benefit. Also, follow me across all social media platforms for more educational and insightful contents.